is the game that we make and you play. And we are here. So, we're just going to wait for a confirmation on sound check.
I see a lot of hi, Sarah.
Hi.
And...
Hi. Is that what that means? All right, Ivar, sound is good. Okay. Great. Checkity check. Okay, so you might notice that here there is some new chat showing on the screen, so you can actually see your chat on the stream. That might seem redundant, but there's a very specific reason we're doing that, and that's because when we post the video on YouTube after the fact, like we've been doing, then those people that watch the video will be able to see the chat, because otherwise it does not make any sense when I'm like talking to somebody that's in chat but they can't see the chat. So now the chat is there. So
and also this means that if you want to watch the video live in full screen, you'll be able to do that and still see the chat.
Yes.
So that's a nice advantage too. Yeah, that's not a new thing. That's just there's always a delay, and now you can actually notice because you can see the chat.
Yeah, this is how we read it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can just keep chatting like normal and just ignore that or look at it, whatever you want to do. So, but that's just there for after the fact. So yeah, we're live. So this is the Villagers and Heroes Earth and Sea preview live stream. There was not a stream last week, and we are doing one this week instead. And I don't know if we've really told them what the focal point of this live stream is.
I don't think so. I mean,
no. But we'll let you know its appearance and wardrobe. That's what we're going to kind of be covering today. So we're going to be looking at a lot of the new features relating to appearance and wardrobe. So that Ivar is here with me, and we're going to look at some new cool stuff. We're actually going to be showing off the game in mobile mode, which might be a little bit weird for a few of you because you're not used to mobile, but also it's actually technically mobile on PC, which is a development mode, because that's how we can get it to live stream. So it's a little weird because it's mobile mode but with a mouse. And there's like some few oddities, but it's kind of neat to see the mobile screen and give some shout out to our mobile users. So we get to show off that. We get to show off lots of cool stuff. We're going to show off the wardrobe feature, show off some just great cool stuff, answer a lot of questions, yada yada yada. So, but first we need to talk about the website. So as you guys know, last week was supposed to be a new challenge. Is that what it?
Great challenges.
A tale of great challenges was supposed to go up. And it didn't, and a lot of you are bummed that it didn't. And you're wondering what's going on, when's it going to come out? Well, the answer is it's going to come out in about 3 or 4 minutes.
Something like that, yeah.
So that's the answer to that question. But before...
Repeat that.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Yeah, so Ivar literally is going to have to get up out of his chair and go hit the button to publish it, and we'll put the link in chat, and we'll reveal it together, and we'll look at everything together. But before we do that, we need to talk about some lies that we accidentally told you guys. So we accidentally lied twice. One's a bad lie, one's a good lie. And so we're just going to get the bad news out of the way first. So the first lie that we said, and we're sorry, is that we said The Tale of Earth and Sea would be out before summer, and that's what we've been saying. But unfortunately, dates slip as they always do, and so we're now changing that from before summer to early summer. So it's not late summer, it's not midsummer, it's early summer is what we're saying now. So we are working as hard as we can to get it out, but we just want to let you guys know that that's, we want to be as forthright with you as we can. But yeah, we just, there's a lot in the work right now, and we just can't quite get it out when we wanted it to. So that's the first lie. We're sorry, but we're officially moving the date from Earth and Sea from before summer to early summer. So just a little bit of a delay. So, yes. Change the betting pools. Yeah.
No flogging.
Yeah, no flogging, please. So, but I think that you guys are going to like the second lie that we accidentally said, because it is something you guys will be interested in, and it kind of ties a little bit in with why the first lie exists in the first place. So, up until now, starting with our live streams in February, all the way up until now, we've multiple times said something that turned out to be a lie, and that was that A Tale of Earth and Sea would not have a level cap increase. But that turned out to be a lie. So we actually are having a level cap increase with Earth and Sea now, along with brand new content. So that's a little bit of a surprise, and that's a good lie, right? I mean, that's a good lie. So And this is the reason that the website had to get delayed, is because we needed extra time to get this stuff in the website. So I think, without further ado, I think it's time to hit the button.
I think so. Just a second.
I'm going to pull this up, and I've got a link here for you guys. So, just gonna wait up for Ivar here. Okay, so we should be good. Let me give a double check on this real quick. Oops.
You might do Control F5. There we go.
All right. So here we go. Here is the link, and here we are. A tale of great challenges. So we're just gonna go through this. Oh, we don't have the chat in this one. Shoot, I didn't realize that. One quick sec while we do this. There. Okay. All right. So a tale of great challenges. Oh, look at these. All right. So here we go. For our high-level players, A Tale of Earth and Sea also has some big in store, brand new content, and a level cap raise. Fight your way to level 95 with the addition of 9 new wondrous zones to explore and conquer. 9 new zones. Seek out new dangerous bounties, level up gathering skills, learn and craft brand new recipes, and traverse through the mysterious Blighted Isles. So I think the gifts are in the middle of downloading right now, but we can... they'll hopefully finish up here pretty soon.
We can keep scrolling and go back to the end.
And so let's just go through this, and then I'll answer some questions, because I know you guys are going to have some questions. So the new high-level content is the Blighted Isles. There have been whisperings late that Theobald, the wicked Lich sea captain who traversed the deadly Blighted Isles in his ghostly ships, the Skuldrum, has struck a villainous deal with none other than Slarissa, a vile serpent creature who eluded capture and slithered off to Sunken Marsh with an evil magical object some time ago. Just what sort of dark pact have these two fiends struck with one another? A shaman held captive on the Skuldrum managed to escape the ship of horrors and has opened up a small passage to the Blighted Isles. The treacherous islands are home to foul creatures and strange going-ons. Adventure and challenges await for those willing to venture forth into these unexplored lands where Theobald has been engaged in sinister activities. Find just what in A Tale of Earth and Sea. So, you can see we're going to the Blighted Isles. This is something that we've talked about for a really long time, and we've never actually quite got there. There's a few things that we need to talk about for this, but I think let's just keep going through the rest of the stuff. So yes, so high-level players, level cap raise, 295, 9 new zones, new story content. Exciting, woohoo! But that is not all. Let's keep scrolling down. New dungeon. There is a new dungeon in this build. The Red Cloister is now officially going to be released. It is a brand new dungeon, modeled after the Red Cloister zone, just like Halls of Salvation was modeled after. Heroic Halls of Salvation was modeled after Halls of Salvation. Lots of new fun stuff. Let's see. Engage in thrilling new mechanics such as invisible enemies, random boss placements, buff monsters, and of course brand new boss fights, including Magwood the Elemental and Lady Benedicta herself. So this is going to be really fun. Also, the new dungeons contain different rewards, so you're going to be getting different rewards from that you would in Heroic Halls of Salvation, including armor, belts, necklaces, and helms. So that's pretty exciting. I bet you guys are pumped for that. And we got like a nice pretty screenshot here. And then continuing down, we've got new level 95 Elder Bosses in the Zorian Bounty Lands, followed by some pretty cool pictures. So, a lot of you are probably like, what? I don't understand. Shouldn't these elders be level 90 elders? Why are they 95 elders? So this is a little bit of a break from the pattern, break from the normal. There's actually not going to be level 90 elders in the game. So normally elders are every 5 levels, but in this particular case, because of how the content shook out, there is no level 90 elders. So it's going to go right from level 90 right into the Blighted Isles at level 91 up to 95. And then the story, which we're not going to reveal too much, will make sense because it has you route back to the Zorian, which are now called the Zorian Bounty Lands, to partake in the level 95 Elder Boss fights. So there's lots of cool stuff that you're going to... It all makes sense when the time comes. Oxygen, I need oxygen. These fights should be pretty fun, pretty cool. Also, there is a new... you can see on the website here. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, wait. Does it not say it anymore? Oh, I think it's missing a paragraph. Oops. Yeah, it's missing a paragraph. We're missing a paragraph here. Yeah, there's supposed to be a paragraph right after this one. Oops. The level 95 elders are going to be particularly challenging because they're actually what we're calling dungeonified. So what that means exactly, I think we're going to show you at a later time. But there's actually like a whole series of events leading up to fighting these elders that is repeatable content. So massive amounts of repeatable content. So, yeah, we have Baldock, Baldock, the Beast of a Thousand Roars, Lannox, the Murderer.
Who has nice legs, apparently.
Jacinda, the Master of Guile and Trickery, and Hawks, the Shivering Screecher. So, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, so lots and lots of new challenges coming your guys' way. New dungeon, new elders at 95, 9 new zones, level cap raise. Tale of Earth and Sea is the build, so tell your friends.
We could probably keep going the last chapter too, because we never showed that off.
I wanted to check and see if these are done. Yeah, so here we go. Here we got these. The Blighted Isles, these gifts finally finished uploading. We've got the Blood Blight, the Ash Blight, the Death Blight, and the Shade Blight. So, and one thing I kind of skipped over before is there's a new cool feature in all 9 of the new zones, and that's that the level of the zones scale with you, which means that you can go in any direction that you want. There's multiple places where you can branch out and decide to do the content that you want to do, and it will appropriately level scale to you. Which also means that once you hit 95, all those zones will also be 95 along with you, so you'll have a ton of stuff to do at 95. So there's just a massive amount of content here. Tons of repeatable content, tons of new bounties. There are going to be daily quests, there are going to be elders and dungeon elders, and I mean, just tons of stuff. So all this coming to you early summer. So that's what we're saying. There will not be another rebirth. No, the next rebirth won't be probably until... Theoretically, it would be until 105. Maybe we'll change that, but 105 would be the next because they're every 15 levels. So new dungeon, new elders, new content, level cap raise. What? Okay, and then Elder. Ivar made a good point, is that since we actually never did a stream covering the much more category, so we'll kind of like really quickly just run through that. Here we've got talking about the new talents and ultimates. So if you do not know about that, every class in specialization is getting a new talent and a new ultimate. So a new one for Fury, a new one for Lightning, a new one for Discipline, etc. for across all classes. And so lots of new content there, just in how you build your characters. Gnogmenting has been totally restructured, and we're actually going to show you guys that. So we're going to actually go through that. New mobile chat. So mobile chat has been completely redesigned, and it's pretty cool. And actually, we could show you them that too.
We probably could. I mean, it's hard to show off all of it because it's only us. There aren't any other players, but still, we can show a little bit of it.
Yeah.
The really exciting part of chat is the whispering. You can just tap a player and whisper without having to use any commands.
Yeah, if you guys see over here on the right, these are pictures of people that you're chatting with. So it actually shows a little portrait of that character. And
it's their actual character, it's their actual face.
So every time you have a new whisper conversation going, you can click there and it opens like a separate conversation window.
Like a messaging client.
Really cool. Make socializing a lot easier on mobile. And then Derek chests are getting a total overhaul, and we're actually going to talk about that a little bit at the end of this stream if we have time, so we have to move quickly. But lots of cool stuff, and we're going to show you some of the cool Derek stuff, but we're not going to show it all to you because we have a lot to show. So lots of stuff. Yes, otters have been very busy.
Very busy.
And then it previewed a few of the different outfits, which I think we'll show you a few of these in game today. And then also when Earth and Sea launches early summer, we will also launch the event zone of Midsummers or Twilight Vale. So be looking forward to that. So even if you don't want to do dungeons, even if you don't want to do high level content, even if you don't want to do shaman, even if you don't want to play with wardrobe, you still have the event zone. But I imagine that it's going to be like what to do first because there's so much to do.
But that's the nice thing about this expansion. Like it has so much that no matter what you like in the game, there will be something for you.
Yeah, so very exciting. And then also the shop is getting a big update, which we will show part of that to you guys today, and show off a few of the things in game. So much. So
that's it.
With that being said, we gotta keep moving, so we're gonna keep moving. So you guys can read all that stuff on the website. Lots of cool stuff there, lots of cool images and stuff like that. But for now, we're gonna keep moving forward with some fun stuff. So, real quick before we get started with actual gameplay stuff, Ivar recently went on a trip.
I did. I went on vacation to Sweden.
Yeah, so he went. That goes where he's from.
Yep.
So he went back to Sweden, and he brought back two really fun things. One fun thing that he brought was these.
I kind of feel like this has become sort of a tradition.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody had these before. I don't. How do you say that? Bilar.
Ahlgrens bilar.
So this is candy. The bag is empty because I ate all of them. They are these little, like, the way I described them to my wife was it's like if a circus peanut and a gummy worm had a baby. Like, they're these, like, and they're so good. They're so good. Even smelling the package is really good. I was gonna save the whole bag and open it on the live stream, but I made it till Tuesday. I opened them Tuesday night and they were gone Wednesday afternoon. So
the first time I went to Sweden on vacation when I first moved here, I brought back a bunch of various Swedish foods and candies and things like that just for fun. And Cameron really liked these. Yeah. So ever since, I've just brought one of those bags for him whenever I go to Sweden, just for the fun of it.
Yeah. I did not share them with my wife. I kept them here in the office because otherwise I would have to share them with my son and my wife. And a great fun fact is when you're eating candy from another country that you can't read its language, they don't have calories. At least that's my interpretation of the nutrition panel. I can't understand it, and so therefore it's calorie-less candy. So that's a perk of eating Swedish candy. So so the other fun thing that Ivar brought back, which I thought would be cool to show.
So the story about this is when we did a live stream a few months ago, Cameron mentioned that he talked a bit about how he got started into game development, right?
Yeah.
And you said that when you were a kid, you did your own Magic the Gathering cards or your own MTG inspired like CCG. And I mentioned real quick that hey, I did that too. So I figured that since I went to Sweden anyway, and this is where these were lying around, I figured that I'd bring them and show them. Let's see if we can do this. So it's a deck of trading cards that I made when I was like 10 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And it's essentially Magic the Gathering. Let's see if we can actually. This is really bright. You can sort of see there. So it's this entire big deck of cards, which is it's really hard to see. So you can try it. So it's basically Magic the Gathering. Just my own take on it. So.
Pretty cool.
I thought it was sort of amusing that I had done basically exactly the same thing, and it's fully playable. I made
See, that's mine. Actually, I never played it. None of my brothers liked the stuff that I did, and it's all in Swedish. I don't know if you can kind of get the focus, but so I can't read any of it. But what is that one?
It's the flamethrower tank. This was the I made like a steampunk expansion.
Awesome.
So that's from the steampunk expansion. That one is too. Yeah.
Anyway, so it's just fun. I mean, I just thought those were awesome that you brought those back. What is this, Grandmaster's Life Table? Oh, that's actually in English. I could read that.
Why did I? Yeah, that's weird. Why is it in English? I really can't remember. I think this is to keep track of your life, like when you get damaged. So you have a little piece and then you move it. So anyway, yeah. So
it's a fun one.
Just in the same vein. I did these kind of things when I was a kid too, and it's part of when I got started with game development. I made so many board games and card games like from scratch, and my brother and I played them a lot.
Yeah.
I might have made him to play them a little bit more than he really wanted to, but it was a lot of fun.
You can see, early artists getting his start here, like building, like, what is this one? Fortification?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's just fun. It's like, just Ivar's a game developer, and that's where he landed. Of course, that's where he landed. That's his career. So, pretty cool. Anyway, so we just thought that'd be kind of fun thing to show you guys. So, I think it's time to preview, and we're just going to kind of like move, because we've got a ton of stuff that we want to show you. So, we're going to pop over into game. If you guys have questions, shoot them out in chat. I think Sarah and Damon are both in chat, and they can try to answer, and we'll obviously try to answer as we can. So, pop over in game. So you guys can see it looks a little bit different because we are in tablet mode. And so, obviously this is tablet mode, but what's on the PC, so we have the mouse, which this is only development mode, so you guys can't do this yourselves. But so the first thing we want to show you is Gnogmenting. So Gnogmenting got a total redesign, and as the website talked about, Gnogmenting and appearances, i.e. wardrobe, have been completely separated as features.
Yep.
So when you Gnogment, you don't select an appearance anymore. Like, it's just completely separated out. And we'll talk more about what that means on the appearance side of things when we get to the wardrobe. But for now, we're just going to kind of really quickly run through the new Gnogmenting system. Gnogmenting as a feature has remained almost identical, minus the reduction of appearance. It's just that it got an upgrade in cosmetic and the process of it.
Yeah, the flow, basically, yeah.
And so we can see my character here has some stuff set up. And so we're going to go ahead and just run through an entire Gnogmenting process. Yes, Gnogmenting is accessed exactly as it was before. Everything's
PC and mobile,
same. And like, here's the button right down here, Gnogmenting. On PC, it'll be identical as well. So now let's go ahead and hit Gnogment. So you're going to get this brand new nice little screen, which the chat's covering part of it, but that's just kind of how it goes. So you get a 3-step process where you can go back and forth, and this is going to be identical on PC and on mobile. And so you can see your item is here in the middle. It's on like the forge getting edited. And this screen is just to pick the stats. So the first thing you do is you pick the stats, and it's just a very simple tap or tap. And I think you actually even tap.
You will be able to.
You will be able to.
It's work in progress. Yeah.
There's a few little bugs here and there because this is development mode. So the first thing is you pick the stats of the items.
And you will note that this is the tooltip of the item, but it's only showing the relevant information for this choice.
Yeah.
Like, it's not showing runes or anything like that because you choose that later.
Yeah.
So you basically choose, do I want this one or do I want this one?
Yeah.
Super simple.
So for this one, obviously, we would want the rare. It's better stats, power rating of 621. So we're going to go ahead and pick that, and that's step 1 of 3. And then you hit forward. Boom. And we have this nice, shiny, pretty window. And this is the rune step. This is where you're going to pick the runes. And as you can see, the system has already assembled the item for us. It's already put it together, so you can do a really quick process.
And that's, by the way, that's kind of the point of the new Gnogmenting. If you don't want to make any choices, you can hit Gnogment, and you can go next, 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 done, and it's going to be the best weapon or item you could have.
Yeah.
You don't have to make any choices, so it's super quick and simple.
So up here it says add runes from, and it gives the name of the left item, add runes from, and it gives the name of the right item. And so you can see it's very clear. I popped all the runes out just so we can kind of get a nice scene of what's going on. Shows the item here in the middle. You can clearly see the runes, circles for actives and squares for passives, and it also shows which slots are locked. You need a socket for and which you don't. And then you very quickly and easily just click. Oh, you can't really see that. Click, and you can kind of see a big check mark appears right there, and then the rune appears onto the item. So you can really see that you're like creating this item.
And once again, it will have done this automatically when you go here too. So you don't actually have to manually do it. You can also just get an overview and just click forward, and it's all done.
Yes. And then if you happen to have duplicate items, it would show you which rune is better and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. So that's step 2 of 3. And then, so we picked our stats, we picked our runes, and then we move forward. It's going to show you a summary of all costs. It's going to show you the final item tooltip, and then the new feature that everyone's excited about.
This is fun.
You get to name your items. So this is the Destroyer Mace. You can see there's a little bug. The button here is missing its texture, but that's okay. It shows you guys can't really see on the because of the chat. Let me see if I can just move that away for just a second.
There we go.
So you can see gold cost, socket cost, source items, and it gives you the option to get more sockets and all that kind of stuff.
And the ability to name the item, I'm like disproportionately excited about that. That's that's like one of the top 5 features of the expansion to me. Like it's not even like, so other players won't get to see it, right? It's only for you. But it's still really, like, there is something lore-wise and, like, fantasy-wise that's really nice about it. That I don't know, it's a lot of fun.
As somebody asked, is renaming an item soulbound? Yes, because you can only rename an item through Gnogmenting, and Gnogmenting always soulbounds the item.
And currently you cannot inspect players, so that aspect of it is not in. However, it's still really good for organization. So you can keep track and you can name it depending on what you do and what you use it for. And B, just role-playing and lore, which is a ton of fun.
So we can see that we've assembled it. 3 of 3 shows our costs, and we can just go ahead and hit Gnogment. Pops up, and we're done. So it's a very streamlined, simple process, really easy to go through. For the players that want to do things quick, it auto-populates everything, and you could literally just go next, Gnogment, and it's like problem.
We can do that too, real quick.
Yeah.
Like, we can do it. Like if you don't want to make any choices.
Before I just wanted to show you. So then, like now, clicking on the item that I'm equipped, it shows the Destroyer Mace. So it's like the name is.
Yep.
I mean, that's just cool stuff. So let's see if we have an item that has shared runes. Oh, we do. So we'll go ahead and Gnogment this.
And this will also, it will automatically pick the best item for you as well. So it's totally automated.
And then we can move forward, and it automatically picked everything for us. And you can see that in this case, I think what is this, Gloom? Or is that Gloom?
You can,
Gloom, it automatically picked, there was 2 copies of it, one on either mace, and it automatically picked the best one to put on the mace for us. So without hitting anything, I could just hit forward and be done. And like example, I'll just actually close out and start again. Just talking about next, it's the best. Next, it's the best. Gnogment, done. So it's super quick, super intuitive, a lot more clear on what's happening, and obviously the appearance side of that is pushed to the side because of the wardrobe. So,
and once again, you already said it, but just to clarify, on PC it will look almost identical to what you just saw.
Yep.
There will be some slight differences, but for the most part, it will be almost exactly the same. Contained within a window, just like say the village customization, things like that.
One neat factor about the item naming is like lorefully and stuff like that. Like you can I don't know, you can just assemble like the epic sword, and it has its journey as you Gnogment into it over and like keep folding it in, and it's the same sword you've had since you're level 5, and it's like the ancient grandfather sword, and
that's
I don't know,
another note too. If you have a custom named item and you Gnogment it with another item, by default it's going to keep the custom name. So it's going to keep
So, and then as somebody said, if you don't want to be loreful, you could just name it things that are practical, like this is my dungeon weapon, or this is my solo weapon, or this is my bounty weapon, or whatever you want to do. You can just, this is my healing weapon, this is my shadow weapon, or etc. So, pretty cool.
Can you override it when he wants to take the stronger rune, but you've already spent a token? Yeah, you can make any changes you want. You can override it in any way you want.
Yeah. If it's trying, it'll automatically attempt to put the best rune on it, which in some cases will be an upgrade, which means it will be a socket cost. But if you want to refuse that and take the old one, and it won't have that socket cost. So yes, you can absolutely do that. So, boom, boom, boom. That is Gnogmenting. So let's just keep pushing forward because we've got lots to go through. Wardrobe. So as you saw, there was no option to change the appearance of my items through Gnogmenting. Instead, as we click on the character window, which...
that's you moving there,
Oops. You can see there's a new option for wardrobe right here. Oh, you can actually see the cursor. That's interesting. Oh, maybe I have to be over here.
And on PC, that'll just be in the main menu on the top, directly on the HUD.
Yes.
Just like the village or
I have to
whatever.
keep this chat away. So we'll go ahead and open the wardrobe up. Boom. So you guys probably saw a screenshot of this.
Maybe we should just hide the chat for like a minute.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Maybe we'll just do like this.
Yeah.
There we go. So we can see the new stuff.
Well, I want to see the text there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
We'll put it like that. Okay. So we can see we got 5 slots is what we're going to have at launch. The one on the left is not customizable because it's whatever you're currently equipped with. So my character currently has all of these items equipped to them, and so that is the appearance that they're going to have. But then above and beyond that, there are 4 optional styles that you can choose from. So I'm just going to pop back in game real quick, and you can see this is what my character looks like. She's got her... why does she keep looking around that way? Stop looking. Oh, I think it's tablet mode.
Yeah, it's when you do it on a PC. It's one of those little...
Okay, so you can see this is what my character's wearing, and she's wearing this because you can see that this is actually what she is wearing. You can see all the gear and stuff like that. So I can go to wardrobe and say, you know what? I don't want to look like this. I want to look like this. Boom. Done. Change. Just like that.
And you're still go to the items again.
Yes.
So you can see you're still wearing the same items. That hasn't changed.
Still wearing the exact same items.
It's just overriding.
In fact, I can switch an item if I'd like to. I can put this item on, and now I'm wearing that, except my character looks exactly how my wardrobe's set. But if I go here, go to items, or I'm sorry, go to wardrobe, you can see that if I went, my character on the left slot is wearing that because that's current gear. Does that make sense? So it's kind of a neat...
Hopefully.
Yeah. And you can just willy-nilly just switch. Boom. I'm switched. I mean, isn't that cool? That is just like
it's
so awesome. And so let's get into some of the more detailed aspects of this. So what you can do is on any particular style, you can customize it. So you get customize and you get this nice, beautiful window. Dun-dun-dun. So we can choose our headwear, gloves, boots, chest, and shield. And you can scroll left or right. And this is also going to be identical on PC. It's just going to be contained in a window. So you can scroll left or right, and I can change however I'd like to. But optionally, and this is a much requested feature, you can open this up, and it'll show a grid of all your items, very cleanly laid out, big icons.
And if you have a huge amount of items, it'll just keep scrolling vertically.
Yeah. Yes, so it's a lot better than the old system of like you had like that much room to just kind of like pick between different
Especially
things.
on mobile, it was particularly hard to use.
And so things to note, in this screen there's two special buttons. One is there's this button with a link on it, which means this is the item you're currently wearing. Show what I'm currently wearing, because you can have that option if you want. Like, I like the way where I currently look, I want that. But you can also, there's an empty icon, and you can click that, and that means don't show that icon. Which you guys have had the ability to hide your hat before. That's something you've had. But now you have the ability to hide everything except the weapon. So we can go to gloves and say, I want to be barehanded. I don't want my character to wear gloves. Or I want to be naked. You could be naked. We're not going to be naked, though. But I want to be barefooted and barehanded.
Right. But obviously you still get the stats from the equipped items.
I can hit accept changes. My character now looks barefooted and barehanded, but if we go to my items and look, my character is actually not barefoot and barehanded. I get the stats and all the runes and everything from my stuff, but I can look a certain way. Which, I don't know how many people want to be barefoot. Maybe people do, but I could especially see with gloves. Like, gloves and hat is one that you might not want to.
I know a lot of our players, they like to do, like, swimwear things, like when they go, that kind of thing. So then you can just have a style. It's basically you're not wearing anything. Yeah. Then you don't have to unequip all your weapons to, go and take a swim. You can just tap it done.
And so, there's just lots of cool things, and you can quickly switch.
And for clarification, so what you're seeing here in these lists, these are every single piece of weapons you have ever equipped and unlocked, right? And every single piece of helmet you've ever equipped.
Which, let's show that too. So let's see this item. So I have these, this hat, this beret, right? I've never equipped it before. And if I go ahead and equip it, which I think I can just... see, this is let's see, we're just going to equip, and now watch, there's going to be a message that appears on the bottom of my screen. New look, Beret of the Savage Roach, appearance is now available in the wardrobe. So now
permanent.
If we pop over to the wardrobe and we check out our hat slot, there's the beret. The beret is now an option forever on your character.
Even if you remove the item.
Even if you remove the item, throw it away, whatever. You permanently have the appearance of all items you find and all the items that you craft.
And this is per character.
Yes.
Worth noting.
One stipulation on this, because there was a little bit of confusion, this only applies to items that are created in the system after Earth and Sea goes live. So if you have a whole bunch of old items that you've been hanging on to, those will not have the unlock appearance aspect to them. You can put them on and off as much as you want. You can put them on and choose to use them as your default stat or something like that, but you cannot unlock their appearances forever. It's only future items. So only future items after the build goes live will have this feature of unlock, and that's just how the system works. So I know some people are not going to like that, but that's just kind of how it goes, and you guys can go appearance hunting after the fact. But all pre-existed Gnogmenting appearances, so anything that you bought a pack from a seasonal thing or whatever, those will carry over into the wardrobe.
Anything you've spent money on will definitely carry over.
So anything you bought a pack and anything that shows up in your Gnogmenting list right now that lets you change appearances, that will automatically get populated right into your wardrobe. So, let's see. Show that off. Show re-equip, show unlock, individual, show the grid. Okay, yeah. So for starters, obviously the first slot of the current gear you'll actually have, because there's no way you can't have that, and style 1 will be unlocked, but the following 3 will be locked and you'll have to make a purchase to unlock them. We haven't quite decided on price, but we're coming down on it, but it's going to be, I think, on the cheaper end is kind of what we're all talking about. So, but we haven't quite picked the price yet, but it's going to be on the cheaper end, and once you unlock it for that character, it'll be unlocked forever, so you'll always have it. So so that is the new wardrobe feature. So I don't know if you guys have questions.
Chat's back now.
Oh, yeah. Chat back. Okay.
There are a few.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So, yes. that is the new wardrobe feature. So I think we're just going to kind of push on to the next thing. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask them. We're going to try to catch them, but we're not sure if we will. Okay, so next thing, appearance pack changes. So appearance packs, which used to be called Nog packs, which are no longer called Nog packs, are called wardrobe packs, and that's specifically because they have nothing to do with Gnogmenting anymore. There's some changes to how those work. So the first thing is, as you can probably see, this character is a priest, yet they have this warrior armor here, they have this dark knight armor here, seasonal armor, and wizard armor. So all wardrobe packs purchased out of the item shop have lost their class restriction. So anything that used to be only for warriors or only for wizards in the item shop is no longer the case. So this priest is equipping warrior armor.
Which makes sense. Why wouldn't you be able to do that?
Yeah. Somebody had a question.
Or no exclusive dresses for hunters, I think is the thing that most people are going to be excited about.
So now you can pretty much just free reign in the item shop. Anything you buy in the item shop will work for any character except weapons. That's the one caveat is weapons will not cross class, and that's for an obvious reason. You can't, if you're a hunter, you can't equip an axe because how are you going to shoot your arrows? So that's the one thing. There are also going to be a ton more things in the shop, which we're actually just going to show you some of the stuff in the shop here in a second. But also the big change is all future wardrobe packs purchased from the shop are going to be character bound only, not like they used to be account bound. And that's for two reasons. One, account bound used to be kind of a weird term because some people play cross server and it actually wasn't a cross server, it was per server, per account, and that was kind of confusing. But secondly, and more importantly, because we've continued to add more and more character slots, purchasing one, who used to be Nog pack, now wardrobe pack, it made it really challenging to price it, and we had to price things more expensive to compensate for the fact that you could use it over 3 characters, 4 characters, 6 characters, which I think is the new number that, I think we have 5, we have 4 right now? I think we have 4 right now, we're going up to 6, is that right?
It might be something like that, I'm not entirely sure.
So it was kind of getting too much, and so we decided to make it only character bound, and that way we could have a more a price range that was more more in line with just a cheaper price. It's basically cheaper. We can do things cheaper now. That's kind of the whole thing. Now this is only for future ones. Any wardrobe pack or Nog pack purchased before that was account bound will stay account bound. All your characters will have those things unlocked in their wardrobe, and if you happen to have like an old pack sitting there unopened, it will also unlock for all characters on your account. But only future ones purchased from the shop will have this new behavior. So does that all make sense? And then one final small thing is when you open a pack, they will no longer contain hard copies, which is because there's no reason to have hard copies because of the new wardrobe system. It's just confusing. So when you unlock it, it just vanishes and it says you've unlocked new wardrobe appearances. So does that all make sense? All right, so let's pop into the shop real quick. We're just going to jump over and see kind of what we've got going in here. So you can see we have 2 new tabs. Actually, you can't see that, but there's the wardrobe and the armory. You can't see it because
I can see the title up there at least. Yeah. So
for starters, this is what's going to be once we go live with Earth and Sea. This is going to be all of the appearances, and they're going to be available at all times, and there's a ton of them. So a lot of the seasonal ones have made their ways in. A lot of the old ones that haven't been in game for a while have made their way in. All these are character bound. So you can hold them over, or look at the more info actually. Add these cosmetic appearances to your character's wardrobe, and it's an epic wardrobe pack. Some of them are rare wardrobe pack, etc. And so we've got Guard the Realm section, which has Old Growth, Star Child, Gilded Knight, and so you can see here, this used to be the Dark Sentinel pack, but is now the Gilded Knight, and it's for any class that wants to equip it, can equip it, as long with the Crimson Guard.
And here's the thing worth pointing out. So the whole class agnostic thing only applies to wearables, right? Not weapons. That's a big important part.
And these are the current prices as we expect them to be live. Obviously they could be subject to change, but when you bought, for example, the yellow pack, it has yellow hunter outfits, yellow warrior, priest, wizard. At the moment, only tunes can wear hunter. Shows in the Nog window will update, put other pieces. I'm pretty sure it will. You can't hold me to that because I'm not actually sure of the underlying system, but I'm like 70% sure that you will suddenly be able to get the other yellow portions of that. But I'm not 100%, and so you can't. I'm saying you can't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure that that's true. So we'll keep looking through. Things got some new names just to kind of liven them up. So rather than the Lava Dragon pack, it's now Talandra, Dragon of Ash, kind of to match what we had in Najara, Queen of Dragons, which was the other one that we had. We've got Fawns, the Dryad, Baleful Fae, which, oh, there's a bug. So ignore the bugs. All the battalions, the squirrels. We've got the Death and Darkness. The Death Revenant is now going to be available to purchase at all times.
Yep.
The Dark Knight, which I don't think has been available
No, it hasn't.
for purchase before.
Yep.
But you guys have seen it because it's on some of the characters in some of the Cathedral zones. But that will now be available for purchase. The Blood Witch, Witch of Webs. We've got all the Harvest, the Plague Doctors. Master Magic. We've got the Conjurers. See, like the Magus of Dragon's Breath used to be a wizard pack, but now it is for any class. Same with the Dark Crimson Scholar or the Pristine Scholar, White Sun Acolyte, Shadowed Sun Acolyte. All this stuff, any class can use it. The description of the item showed a countdown. Does that mean all appearances will not be able to be given away? This character has never, it doesn't qualify for the or whatever. There's only, what is it, mobile can't trade items out of the item shop? Is that how it works? It's based on that. So the item itself, the actual wardrobe item, which can be transferred between characters, that's account bound, not the appearances that it unlocks. I'm just going to keep going through these. We've got, what did you say?
You could put it this way. If you were previously able to give away Nog packs, or trade Nog packs, you will be able to do the same with these.
So we've got the lanterns that have been added in. The Mystic Trooper has been added in. Both Shakespeare's. Wander and Explore. We've got Captain Dreadbeard. Nomad of the Night. The Forest Stag and the Snow Stag, which used to be Hunter packs, but are now for anyone. Along with Sojourners.
For anyone coming in here late, so these are available at all times.
Yeah.
So these are not seasonal. These are not temporary. You'll always be able to buy these moving forward from the item shop.
The Nomads are in the store. Be Inventive. We've got the Candy Maker, a few Candy Makers, and the Technologist. We then have the Chroma packs, which have been updated. So these used to just be, it used to be you'd buy them and you'd get 2 appearances and a hat for your class. So now the Chroma pack, like the Black Chroma pack, comes with 8 different black appearances. So we can like kind of scroll through these things. Lots of different, it's actually all random. It comes with boots, gloves, outfits, and hats. And so you're going to get 4 hats, 8 outfits, and like 10 boots and 10 gloves, all different versions of black. And so it's like pretty much everything you want that's black, you'll have it in the Black Chroma pack. Same with the White Chroma, Orange Chroma, etc. I think they actually say, let's see, contains 26 unique black colored items for use in your wardrobe. So these have been updated. And I think because these are updated, I think that people who have purchased them before will automatically get the update. At least on the class restricted items, you won't just automatically get gloves and boots and stuff like that, but you will get the class restricted items. But going forward, anybody who purchases these will get the boots and gloves and all that kind of stuff. So that's been updated. Lots of stuff there. We then have helms and hats, which has been a requested thing. So the Dragon Helm, for example, has been added to the item shop, along with a few new variants. So you can see here is a purple. It contains a purple one. The normal bronze, the gold one has been added. This normal gray, black I think was already in. This is the mithril one. It's like a light green, and the red. So a few new hats have been added, and then any class can wear those. Same with the bandit mask. I don't think any new ones were added, but any class can get these now, and it contains all the different sets. The witch hunter's hat, no new textures, but all the different ones for any class. And then the cowls, which there are a few new ones. So I think the green one is new. I think this is a teal and purple one, like a shadowy one. I think those are new. So a few new ones in there. Oh, and the black and gold one is new.
Matches the armor.
Yeah. Oh, and the gold, or this is yellow and brown.
You can really, like, once this is live, you can mix and match to make like your own styles and your own, by several orders of magnitude in terms of the choices you have.
So lots of different things to pick, and those are all classless now. Any class can have them, and they contain some new cool stuff. And then there's additional, just some torso packs, so like the Dress of Clementine. Also, some shadow faded gear is now in the item shop. And for, only 30 crowns, and your character gets, I think, is it two or three different outfits? 4 different outfits.
Those are cool.
So 4 little cool outfits that used to be the shadow faded gear. Underworld Zealot kind of has some cool stuff. Again, totally classless. The Verdant Guard. So these are called torso packs because they're only torso items. They don't contain boots or gloves or hats like the full ensembles do. The Ritual Cultist contains a few different robes. The Keeper, I love these robes. I just think they're
real nice.
Really awesome. Cool stuff there. Thorncrest Knight, the Night Stalker, Planeswalker, Splint Infantry, and the Autumnal Wanderer. So, whoosh, tons of new stuff. So just in case you missed it, let's just look through this list one more time. I wonder how many, I don't want to actually count them, but I'm just going to kind of scroll through. This is your appearance options now at all times.
Not counting the stuff that you can find in game. And
not counting weapons either. This is just like ensemble stuff. So tons of new cool stuff in the item shop. And this isn't even including new pets or mounts and stuff that are being added. So we'll show you guys that at another time. So lots of cool stuff there, and all the changes that I mentioned before. All right, gonna keep pushing through because we've got so much to talk about. And I was going to show you guys a test purchase. So, gotta get to the item shop just to see. So let's run back into the wardrobe and let's grab the Glacier Knight. So we're just going to go ahead and try this. The use now. Do you want to buy Glacier Knight? Yes, I do. Glacier Knight was unlocked. Change looks in your wardrobe. So now it just automatically takes me to my wardrobe, shows me a receipt, and then if I just go in here, here it all is. It's all just automatically populated.
You don't even need to go into your bags or you need to use anything. It's just bam, done, activated.
And I can just equip it all, and here I am. But also, if you want to have an item change between characters, or if you're a certain account that is allowed to do gifting, you still can do that. You can actually just. Can you just purchase it? Maybe you can't just purchase it. Oh, it's because it would be account item anyway. So I think on PC you would be able to just purchase the item. I know you could on PC, but in mobile you can't because of iOS restrictions and stuff like that. So
can we favorite appearance pieces? Currently you can't. That said, thanks to the grid, it's pretty easy to find the same piece if you want to keep coming back to it. And the more styles you unlock, the more opportunities you will have to basically make a style that contains your favorite pieces, so to speak. But that's a great idea, and maybe we'll add it in the future.
I thought I showed you guys how to hide things, but I'll just do it anyway. So I'll go to my headwear, and you can just click. There's just an empty icon, so I'll say no helm, and we'll do no gloves.
Do you mean hide as in not even show them in the list of selections, or do you mean hide as in make them invisible on your character?
Because that's how you make them invisible on my character, and you can't just hide them in the grid to never see them again. That's not an option.
But again, the grid is it shows enough items at once that it should be pretty easy to always find the kind of appearance that you want.
But that's how you can just hide items on your character so they don't actually show. So.
Polybilar.
Okay.
Heresy.
Okay. Moving forward. And so then we thought we'd show you guys some of the new weapons. Those were previewed on the website, and so we're just going to kind of show you a few from each class and just kind of jump through them real quick. So here we have a priest, and so we've got some cool stuff. We've got the Bemuser, I believe is what this one's called. Yeah. You can kind of see it here on my character. Here, let's take my shield off.
Did you see what he did there?
Yeah.
He hid his shield. He's still wearing it, but he hid it.
Yeah. So that's kind of a cool new mace. I'm just going to show you guys in the wardrobe because we're just going to move fast. Here is the Illustrious Mace. So there's each class gets a new Illustrious item. There's Illustrious Mace, Illustrious Axe, Illustrious Shield, everything. So this is just kind of a big, huge, cool mace. It's kind of like gold and greens and gems and stuff like that. I really like this one. This is the Runic Hammer. It's just kind of a neat, kind of a dwarvish type, I would say, kind of.
Sort of reminds me of the Super Sledge from the Fallout series.
Yeah, kind of like yeah. And then the Force Mace, a little bit of a smaller one, but just kind of this cool.
Whack them with your spear.
Yeah, it kind of does look like a spear, doesn't it? So I'm just going to jump out of here and switch characters, and we're just going to kind of jump into each class real quick and.
Oh hey, there's another little preview. Of the new loading screen.
Yeah, this is the new loading screen in game. So
cozy. It's a bit of a departure from that dark and moody Black Thrush screen, basically.
And so we'll jump on this warrior real quick. And I already have some stuff unlocked, so we're just going to kind of jump right into the wardrobe and show you guys. So here we've got the Soul Thirster. So this is a very cool sword. Kind of got these like eyeballs on them. It's purple. There's actually a matching shield. I don't remember what the shield's name is, but kind of a neat shield. The Crystal Sword, I believe is what this is called. Yeah, Crystal Sword. So very cool. And these are all going to be in the shop. I really like this one. This is the Bone Terror Sword, just because it's like massive. Like it's just this like massive like kind of not rusty. It's just kind of this like, I don't know. It's like made out of bone. Just this massive sword. It's really cool.
Oh, you can ignore the non-shipping banner. That's just because we're playing in dev mode.
Oh yeah, we're in dev mode and we're in a zone. It's a test zone, so it just shows that to make sure that it's like this zone won't go live when you guys go live. So, and this is the Illustrious Sword. So just like a really nice, pretty sword. So yeah, some cool stuff, and we're just gonna keep going because we got lots to show. Jumping to the next class.
Well, maybe it is an ice sword.
Yeah.
Ice crystals.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
And so there's 8 new appearances for each weapon. So there's 8 new staffs, 8 new swords, 8 new maces, etc., and 8 new shields for classes that can use shields. So we're gonna jump into going back to Bend.
Stuff.
And we got the Wizard here. The Wizard has some really cool ones. So here's the Illustrious Staff. So it's kind of that same themed look, but it's just kind of, I don't know, just pretty and neat. We've got Selenia's Radiance, which I really like. If you can see, the gem on this actually really cool. Has an animation to it, and it's actually animating. And you can't really see it in the character window, but it all glows too, so it like glows at night. So it's just like a really pretty, subtle animation to it. This one's really fun. This is, I believe, the Black Widow's Bite. So
if you have a spider mount, it'll be like and a web witch outfit, you'll be like
perfect.
Master of Spiders.
And then you can see there's like this like orb of web that's kind of like rotating and animating, which is just kind of neat. And then the Zorian Witch's Staff, which those who carefully noticed, the Zorian Witch is actually Jacinda. She actually is wielding this staff, and she's one of the level 95 elders. So kind of neat. That was the Wizard. Oh, and actually, since we're right here, so you guys can see this is going to be the default view. Mm-hmm. Current view, style 1, locked, and you can purchase these. Currently, it says for 100 crowns, but that is we're not sure what the price is going to be yet, so to be determined. And once they're unlocked forever. So
on that character.
On that character, yeah. And yes, so I'm only showing you guys 4, and there's 4 more staffs, there's 4 more swords, there's 4 more, and everything was on the website, so you can see it there. But just like really neat stuff. And by the way, this screenshot is from Elden Forest, which is the new tutorial zone. I think. Oh, you saw screenshots of that on the website.
Yeah, we're showing it up. Yeah.
So let's pop over to the Hunter and look at some of the new bows.
You get 2 or 1 apparent slots depending on how you count. So you can show. Yeah, if you go to the wardrobe, you'll see. So this is what it will look like by default. Yeah. So you will get the current gear, and you will get 1 alternate style, and you can keep buying more ones.
Yeah. So,
but you can still you can keep editing it too. Like the reason you would buy more styles is just for the convenience of clicking it, like just insta clicking to get more styles.
Yeah, so you can just quickly switch between.
But you can customize your single style as much as you want as
exactly. Well. So here we've got the Vine Slayer, which is a really neat bow. It's got vines on it with thorns and stuff like that. Kind of just cool looking bow. The Twisted Leaf Bow. This is like a big leafy bow. You can see the leaves strapped onto it. Just like a really pretty green bow. The Illustrious Bow. Again, that same kind of style. And I think this is the Night Warden's Bow. It's just kind of this neat wood and purple, kind of an elvish look to it. So yeah, some of those new cool bows. Which, I mean, we haven't had very many cool bows in the game before, so this, I mean, that's pretty cool. Like,
Instead of imagine with all these new cosmetic options, we will see like guilds that have their own style.
Yeah.
And so everyone in the guild they follow the same style. That would be fun to see. Wink, wink.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then this. See you later.
Bows are really large IRL, but also I think you'll see that pretty much everything in V&H, as with a lot of similar games with similar aesthetics, it is overpronounced. Like, it is a little bigger than it would be for stylistic reasons.
And the item shop, the new ones are purposefully just like a little bit larger, like because they're kind of a larger than life, like premium cosmetic item, and so it's just kind of like to really showcase like how cool this are. And that being said, I showed you some of them. There also are others that are a little more slender and small and stuff like that.
But it is true that if you've ever like used a historical like longbow, they're huge.
Yeah.
They are enormous.
And so here we got the shaman.
Whoa.
There's a shaman in the game, by the way. Yeah,
just a tiny little detail. It's hardly even important.
So you guys have seen some of the axes. Like this is a more plain axe here, but there's a few of the new ones. Like this is the lava mech axe. So this one's just like a really neat metal, kind of fiery, fantasy machinery type axe, which is just like, I don't know. That's a really cool axe. This is probably one of my favorite, the Jade Army axe. I just think this is just a sweet axe. It's just, I love the patterns on it.
It feels very primal, like it fits with that sort of view of the shaman.
It kind of has an Eastern feel to it, to me, which I think is really pretty and neat. We've got the Illustrious axe. So that one is just, again, that same style, but just that really sleek, almost elvish look. And then I think this is the Voodoo axe. Just see, this is a little bit smaller.
I love these eyeballs. Yeah. Like pretty much any piece of equipment gets better with eyeballs.
Yeah. So that's just some of the axes. So let's turn our... normally you won't be able to turn your weapon off, but I think in dev mode we can. And let's just look at some of the shields. So I believe this is the wall block shield. So this is kind of just like a plain shield, but it's just this like huge, just like stout wall. And I don't know, I think some of the warriors are going to really like that one.
It's pretty neat.
Here's the Soul Catcher, which is a really neat eyeball.
And these, by the way, they are available for shamans, warriors, and priests, right? That's how it's... Yeah.
And this particular shield has a matching mace, the Bemuser, and a matching sword, the Soul Thirster. And so these look really good together. Here's the Illustrious Shield. Again, it matches all the Illustrious equipment just perfectly nice. And then this is probably my favorite shield, I think. Xyla, Shield of Dragons. It's just a sweet shield. I mean... Can you get like a cooler? I mean,
it's pretty awesome.
It passes the eyeball test. There's 2 eyeballs on it technically, and there's actually a matching dragon sword and a matching dragon mace.
Someone mentioned the distance in between the character and the shield, but yes, indeed, normally you can't hide your weapon, so the weapon will be between.
Normally it looks like that.
Yeah.
So, which we can just like go into game and you can just see how awesome I look. Oh, actually, it might not. Raw, just like here comes the shaman. I mean,
and this is even like default clothing. This is just the weapons.
And I don't know how much we've shown them of the new faces, but
I mean, there's been some a bit.
Let's see if I can. This is one of the new male face. Oh, that's frustrating. Look at me.
There we go.
That's one of the new male faces.
Do like this. There we go.
Yeah. So there's several new cool male faces that are a lot prettier males. So. Oh, right. Okay. So those are some of the new weapons coming your way. All will be in the item shop. Yeah, and I think there's 4 new male faces.
Yeah, I
don't think all the textures are quite done. Or there's some like bugs. That
they're close, but yeah.
Oh, okay. And your characters are super tough and strong, and they can carry literally 6 bags worth of.
That's.
You can carry around like 6,000 apples on you. I'm sure that you can manage to carry an axe. All right, so I thought we'd really quick close out with some. I'm actually not going to do this just because we're running low on time. Some of the Derrig stuff. So. I have this character set up. So one of the things that a lot of people were confused about was when it talked about the relic shard flush. So what that means is relic shards, which there's the Dreadpack or Captain what is his name? Dreadbeard. Captain Dreadbeard relic shards, or I think there was the Mystic Trooper relic shards. So those are no longer going to be dropped out of Red Derrig chests. That does mean that if you don't have a set of 100 and create the outfit, that you will never be able to assemble those and create the outfit. You will still be able to sell those shards for red doubloons, so they're not going to be worthless. They will not be taken away from you. They will be still sellable for doubloons, and you can buy stuff from the doubloon vendors. But Derrick chests will not drop any relic shards that they used to drop. Instead, they will drop 10 brand new different types of relic shards. And we're going to look at a few of those in game right now. So let's pop open our bags and we can jump over here and you can see I've got 5 of the 10 showing up here and they're fully equipped. We've got the Magma Elemental Relic Shard, the Forest Cat Relic Shard, Halcyon Sojourner Relic Shard, the Soul Key Relic Shard, and the Crag Drake Relic Shard. So these are all things that will drop out of the Derrick chests. You assemble 100, put them together, and you create something new and cool. So these are 5 of the 10. There is another mount, there's several other outfits, and I think 1 or 2 new pets. So for starters, let's look at these cool pets. So the Magma Elemental. So let's go ahead, we have 100, so we'll go ahead and use it. Pop, and it probably going to put it back in my other bag. So we have a new pet, the Magma Elemental. So this is a new cool feature of Tale of Earth and Sea. We have pets that are on the ground, which is kind of a big deal. Some people, maybe people haven't even noticed, but I do know a lot of people like pets. But so far, all of our pets have been flying. They fly up behind your back right shoulder. Well, now we have ones that will run along the ground behind you. Now, just like all pets, these share the same. You can only have 1 pet out at a time. But we can go ahead and use our Magma Elemental, and just like all pets, it takes a little bit longer to use these because they're ground pets, and there's a reason for that internally. And we go back in game, and we've got a cute little Magma Elemental that's going to follow us around. Let's see. And so you guys can see, there he is. Right now it's showing his name, but we're going to fix it so it doesn't on mobile mode. But you can see he's down there. You can't click on him. He's not going to get in your way. You're not going to accidentally select him or anything like that.
Yeah, you're not going to.
But he just follows you around, and you can just like run around, and he'll just kind of jump around behind you. So he's just this cute little guy that's going to follow you around. And that's just one. There's 34 new pets coming your way. 34 new pets coming to Villagers and Heroes, and almost all of them are new ground pets. So that is the Magma Elemental, which is created out of shards from the Red Derrick chest. There are 34 new pets. Some of them are just going to be right in the item shop. Some of them are going to be for relic shards out of the Derrick chest, and some of them will just drop out of the Derrick chest, and some of them will be available for purchase from doubloons from the Derrick chest. So
on PC, it won't shop in the first place. Basically, on PC, you have to hold a key to show the overhead, or you have to hover to show overhead text, but on mobile, it always shows because you can't hover. So on PC, you just won't see it.
And so we've got the forest pet, so I'll go ahead and use that one. So you can see I use the forest pet. He kind of gets down. Our Magma Elemental is going to fade out and go away. And then we've got the forest cat, who's now following us around. So this cute little guy, he's just going to run around behind us. So just kind of a fun pet. Just like all pets, they last for 10 minutes. They'll follow you through zones, etc., etc. These pets will be a little bit better about, like if you see someone running through Ardent that has a pet out, everyone else will see that pet. Sometimes fairies and stuff like that, you won't see them. So it's a little bit more social because you can actually see each other's pets, which is kind of fun. But again, they won't get in your way in combat. They're just fun little guys. So kind of cool new thing with pets. And then I got this one ready. I forgot that we actually showed this on the website already, but I'm going to go ahead and just use it anyway. So it's going to create a Halcyon Sojourner pack, which we'll use, and then I'll put it into our our wardrobe. So we can go to our wardrobe, and we can put the Halcyon Sojourner on. So this is kind of a new, there's already been the Sojourner game, but this is kind of more like a brown version of it, which is just kind of a neat take on the Sojourner. So new outfit available for their chests. So cool stuff, lots of new cool stuff. And then, which you guys are all wondering, we've got the Soul Key Relic Shard, which transforms into the Soul Key Polymorph toy. So we can go ahead and use that. So yes, and there's several new Polymorph toys as well, as long as new mounts. This build is seriously monstrous. So transform yourself into a Wandering Soul. So, you can already see there. So just kind of this neat, fun polymorph toy that just kind of makes you into this weird glowing thing with teal eyes. And I think it can change you into a man or a woman. It just randomizes, just like most toys do. So that is that one. And then, we got some more mounts. Got the Crag Drake. I'm sure you guys all are going to want this one because this is really cool. The Crag Drake, a legendary mount. add it to your collection. Yes, please. And we got the Crag Drake. This is a really cool new mount. Let's see if we can get it so there's not. So that is just a super sweet new. I think it's probably one of my favorite new dragons. One of many new dragons. Lots of new dragons in this build.
How many mounts did we have again? How many new mounts? Like 25?
24?
24?
24 new mounts.
New mounts.
26?
Yeah.
I think maybe 27. 27 new mounts, 34 new pets, 10 more new polymorph toys. Lots of cool stuff. So, and then I also thought it'd just be fun to show you some of the new mounts that we have in game. So here I got the White Wolf, the Black Warwolf, and Ectoplasma Spider. So I'm just going to go ahead and mount on each one of these. Ectoplasma Spider will be a rare drop in Derrick chests. It's the same kind of basic layout as the Hallowed Spider, but it's kind of this green glowing kind of neat stuff. That's the Ectoplasma. And we've also got the Black Warwolf, which will be in the shop starting from launch. Let's mount this guy up. So this is kind of a cool purplish
fits
eyes.
The polymorph.
Yeah. And currently there's a bug where the player never unequips their shield, so just ignore the fact that my character still has their shield equipped. And then finally we've got the White Wolf. So there's a whole series of wolves that aren't war wolves. So we have war wolves and we have just regular wolves now. And so these are just like more plain wolves, just in case you wanted to kind of have like not all the adornments and wolf teeth and all that kind of stuff. But so yeah, so lots is the key word here. Lots and lots and lots. So yeah, well, we've been going for an hour.
Yeah.
Showed you guys some new cool features. Level cap raise, check out the website, tell your friends, post it around. We're going to post this video up on YouTube and share it around, so be watching for that. And otherwise, we'll keep you guys posted on what's going on. So thanks for hanging out with us. Love you all, and we'll see you next time.